Top 5 Financial Habits that are making you poor. Have you ever wondered where all your money went? Do you often wonder why there is no money in your bank account at the end of each month? Have you found yourself frequently thinking about the invisible holes through which your funds vanish? If yes, then you have landed on the right video. Welcome back to another episode of Colorful Finance, the #1 source for content centered around earning money from home. We provide you with theoretical experience in our videos, and practical experience with the tools we provide you in the description. Are you looking for a side hustle? Some passive income? To get started as a freelancer? Or perhaps to even start your own business entirely from home? Whatever your needs, we provide the best guides, hints, tips and informative content for your money-making journey. Subscribe to the channel so you're always up to date with our latest uploads. If you want to know what is making you poor, you've come to the right place. In this video, we'll take you through everything you need to know about how to manage your finances 2022. Now let's get into it. Habit number 1, impulse buying. Those who are constantly in financial distress are often the type to snatch up something whether it's on sale or not, even if the purchase wasn't exactly planned. In fact, impulse buying can lead to a series of different issues. First, many people will justify these unplanned purchases by saying that they earned this new gadget or that the item is not a want but a need. Second, these spur-of-the-moment purchases, when put on a credit card, may lead to the person paying for the item without actually having the funds to cover the cost. Finally, these random purchases make it much more challenging to adhere to your spending budget. To compound these issues, a lot of people, once realizing that their budget is blown, will continue spending knowing that they've failed in sticking to their budget. Now, don't get me wrong, an impulse purchase from time to time will not derail your chance of ever becoming wealthy, but as you can see, issues begin to compound when you spend outside of your financial plan. As a best practice, every day say the following affirmation to yourself: I only buy what I need. Before you know it, you will be a much more conscious spender, and this restraint from making impulse purchases will have your bank balance growing in no time. Habit number 2, keeping up with the Joneses. Real estate agents often say that it's better to be the worst house on the best street than the best house on the worst street. However, when your neighbors seem to have it all, the drive to be the best house on the best street can overshadow your spending savvy. Competition is a psychological trigger that can cause spending, and keeping up with the Joneses or competing against family members, neighbors, or friends can lead you to overspend. While some people simply don't care about measuring up to others, it can be a real challenge for certain families. When a friend purchases a new vehicle or home, takes a pricey vacation, or even wears expensive jewelry, it can trigger competitive behavior that leads to poor spending decisions. It's important to remember that success is hard to measure from the outside. When you see a neighbor pull up in a shiny new car, remind yourself of your priorities and goals. No one can see your retirement account balance, but you know that you're working to secure a comfortable future by contributing to it, instead of that new watch. Habit number 3, avoiding your debt. When you have a seemingly insurmountable amount of debt, just the thought of paying it down can make you cringe, and for many, their strategy for managing this debt is by avoiding it. Those who tend to ignore their debt may engage in the red flag behaviors like avoiding phone calls from creditors and growing out bills before they even open them. You don't have to like your debt, but you do have to acknowledge it. Get in the habit of opening your mail when you feel calm and ready. The more you know about your debt, the better prepared you can be to face it. Once you know how much you owe, work out payment plans. If you owe a lot to several different creditors, pay your utility and fixed bills first, and then focus on the account with the smallest balance. This can feel more achievable, and paying it off can give you the motivation you need to move on to the next balance. Habit number 4, only paying the minimum. Paying the minimum every month doesn't mean you're getting out of debt. In fact, minimum payments are often calculated to be about 4% to 6% of your balance, which could mean you're not only staying in debt, but actually accruing more interest. When you open your credit card statement, remember that you owe the balance, not just the amount listed under minimum payment. Habit number 5, relying on only one source of income. For most people, having a sole source of income is a way of life, and this income usually comes in the form of a salary. Unfortunately, jobs aren't as secure as people perceive them to be. In fact, in 2018 alone, US businesses laid off more than 21 million people, meaning that if your job was the only way you made money, then all of a sudden your cash inflow came to a halt. When it comes to income sources, you need to think of yourself as a tree. Do trees grow fruits from only one branch? The simple answer is no. They have different branches producing flowers and fruits. And so should you. You should keep developing and learning new ways to let your income work for you. This is not only wise, but a safe way to help you sleep at night. Now, obviously, the solutions to each of these bad habits vary from person to person. Someone might need to take up exercise to replace the mood-boosting properties of shopping, while another should probably cut up that cashback card to reduce temptation. However, as with all bad habits, the first step is recognizing that your behavior needs to change. If you find yourself chronically sabotaging your financial stability, it's time to hit pause and take stock of yourself. Knowing that you're hurting your own chances for freedom just might be the kick you need to finally get yourself out of the red. And with that, we've reached the end of this video all about the top 5 financial habits that are making you poor. Which of the bad financial habits listed do you find yourself guilty of? Maybe you know of some more that we didn't include. Get involved and let us know in the comments section down below. If you enjoyed this episode and found it helpful and interesting, remember to leave a thumbs up before you leave. Also, subscribe to Colorful Finance and click the notification bell so you're always up to date with our latest releases. As always, thanks for stopping by and watching. See you again soon in the next one.